Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5. Well, we did have a beaked buffalo going on over there. we've got a race. In fact, we've got a race around what is essentially a reimagined version of a classic FailRace track that has a rather unique twist. You will quickly see what that is. Quite a dangerous, unique twist. Up first, we've got the Buffalo STX, which, well, as you saw from the start, everyone drove off into that petrol tank to try and blow. We're doing a rolling start now, I think we are. And this has got quite a heavy damage model, so we've got to be a little bit careful with the cars. We might see someone tried to go, and now we are off. Yeah, we are racing this one. We're blaming level 8 apparently for this for whatever reason. Yeah, it's not a normal race. There are some very big hazards to come. I've got nowhere to go here. We can work our way through the middle. Stevie is to the inside. We're going to try and give space to Stevie and try and give space to Danger Man. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Oh god, don't go to the inside there. I mean, they don't actually explode, those barrels, but yeah. So there is so the way this one works is there are shortcuts through the petrol stations. Now, Stinty didn't realise, and I wasn't. I was going to try and not crash into Stinty. Lado swept across the track to take what would be, I guess, a conventional racing line, and no one blew up a petrol station, but we did all manage to have a crash. I had a crash trying to avoid a crash, and there wasn't really any good ways for me to go in that one, unfortunately. But you get the idea. Yeah, the shortcut line is through the petrol station. It will be quicker to do it, but there is a risk. You get it wrong, you drive into a petrol pump, and funnily enough, well, you've lost a lot of time. So you've got to be careful. Big crash for everybody actually up ahead. I didn't really have anywhere to go there, so we went on the brakes to let Danger Man kind of get going as well, because there was no point in just ploughing into the side at that point. Whoa, understeer that way through there. There's not much grip going through that petrol station. Christ, that I feel like is the most risky of the petrol stations so far. We have okay, there's quite a lot of understeer in this car, actually. I'm struggling a bit with the odd understeer. Danger Man's car is a wreck. We will give that space to the outside. Danger Man's car is not turning, or was resetting. Okay, Danger Man got the checkpoint to reset because of the damage on that one. Right, I think that our petrol station's done, I think, and then we head up onto the motorway, and that is the end of the lap. So, okay. We're up into 6th. It's not too bad. I know where the petrol stations are. I know where the shortcuts are. We will be hopefully clear heading through this next time. We've got Stinty behind us. One of the yellow cars, I think that was Lado, had some problems getting stopped. Or could have been assisted out wide. I don't know. Did not see. Just saw the end of it of Lado hitting the wall. We will tack curbs. This corner got to be a little bit careful of. It's bumpy. There's all sorts of difficulties basically there. Longbow did not want to go through the petrol station. Brazen, I think, actually hit something on the way through there. Amazingly didn't explode. I mean, we made a bunch of places Lado has exploded. Someone was going to, and we're not surprised it's Lado. At least I presume that's what the death was. But yeah, Brazen definitely hit something. We saw the back end of the car move, so I don't know what they hit and got away with. But Brazen is very, very lucky, and this is a lot of cars now. I mean, I have no choice really but to go for the petrol station. I'm so far on the inside I couldn't avoid it if I wanted to. Some of the cars on the outside also don't have an option in that they have to kind of avoid the petrol station because there's just too many vehicles there. This narrow chicane is going to be difficult just because we've got a lot of cars ploughing into a chicane. I'm going on the brakes there. I'm just not going to have... There's just not the space for me to carry that level of momentum into that corner. So sometimes it is better to be a little bit safe than risk blowing up. We are through. I mean, we're going to make up some time here. Unfortunately, I had to lift because Brazen and Stinty were... I was a little braver than the two ahead of me, which means I had a lot of speed on the way into the petrol station, but I had to lift and lose a bit of that speed because they had been slightly slower. I nicked the barrier a little bit there. Can we push... I was hoping I could push Brazen far enough forward that I would be able to slipstream past. You've got to be careful of the damage, though, with these cars. You can see the camber on the front of Brazen's vehicle at the moment. We are through the chicane. I mean, it's not a big run to the finish line here. Slipstream runs will be possible, but not easy. Oh, Brazen did not have much time to try and get that into position. We are onto the motorway through these like chicanes. Longbow's having a think about getting to the inside. We're on this wide line, get a lot of understeer mid-corner, although I should get a half-decent exit. Back into the draft of Stinty's car, which we are nicely down this next section. Although 2 and 3 wide is going to be risky here. Gliska finds a gap. It wasn't much of a gap on the outside there, but finds a gap to make it work. We are side by side with Stinty. Gliska was up on 2 wheels. Stinty gets a big... There's a bump there that kicked Stinty sideways and kicked me sideways, and I can't go for the petrol station in case anything goes wrong on the inside. So we'll take the wider line through there. We lose a little bit of time. But, yeah, sometimes you've got to do that just in case because of the angle in the cars you're approaching. Me and Brazen both ended up kind of stuck out wide. Although you get a great run down here. That's the plus point of it all. Is that me and Brazen, having missed that petrol station, do still get a run down the next part of the circuit, so we can recover some of the time. And we've got a good run here, but I'm on the outside of Brazen. We want to get into the petrol station. We make it through safely. Danger Man was all the way, so like we were, because there's like 3 different lines through that petrol station. We picked. Oh, Stinty went for a very narrow gap. I was half expecting Stinty just to push Danger Man there, but didn't. Yeah, there's like 3 different lanes you can go through the petrol station, and I just aimed for the outside one because I was basically expecting Brazen to go for it at that point. I mean, Stinty will go for it. They're in the lead on their own. There's no reason why not. Essentially, oh, that exploded and didn't kill anyone. Don't quite know how that happened. Someone's got very lucky. Don't even know how someone's managed to nick that and not blow up. So, unless... Yeah, I don't actually know how you could manage to do that. Something definitely exploded, so unless somebody knocked some debris into it, but I don't know if that causes an explosion in this game. But there we go, we're side by side with Stinty as we run up the hill here. We've got one more lap to go after this. Gliska turned up and punted Stinty forward, so I mean, bump draft, I mean, it did kind of work for Gliska as far as it moved Stinty forward, it made a gap, and Gliska got up to second, and will now get the lead of the race. So yeah, bump drafts can work with this. We're now pushing Stinty just being pushed around on this. Now the final lap, Amy's going to get underneath all of us here, but might struggle getting that power down on the exit. We have got the better of Stinty. Gliska actually a little bit slow on the exit there, so wonder if they had trouble somewhere. There's going to be a blue car making it 3 wide. However, going to be slow on the exit. We will try our best to make this pass stick. We want to get across because we want to go for the petrol station. Oh, Stinty didn't. Oh, Stinty didn't want to go over the petrol station. And that's the danger. That is the massive, massive danger. Because we were so far on the inside, I was expecting them to tow through the petrol station. Oh, we're stuck in an infinite black screen of death. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Bugger. And Stevie is also stuck in the infinite black screen of death. They're just really slow respawn. I don't know how Amy didn't explode in all of that. Oh, Amy has blown up on the next one. Oh, God damn it. It's the risk you take. I committed to it, but it was not the right thing to do. At the time I committed to it, it was fine. I was expecting the car so tight on the inside to take the petrol station route. However, at the point where you have to commit to that, you can't back out when it goes wrong, and unfortunately if cars tangle, funnily enough, running through a petrol station is bad. I'm slightly gutted about the really long respawn screen. That is something that I could have done without. Not much can be done, it's just something that happens on GTA sometimes, and it has dropped us. We lost so much time, it's dropped us so far back that there is not a damn thing that we can do about it. So there we go. We cannot really be involved. It looks like Stinty has got a victory in this one from Gliska and Longbow by the looks, although that can sometimes be a little bit wrong, that leaderboard on the side. So we will wait for the final race positions. Oh dear, disappointing 11th for me on that, unfortunately. Oh well, is how it goes sometimes. Shall we just have a look at the finishing table, if it decides to load. Stevie's also had a bad time. I still don't know. Still don't know. Come on, game. Just wanted to have a look at the final positions, so that we can see how things went. Petrol stations are dangerous to race through. Indeed, it was Stinty that took victory, at least in all of this. I guess that one, the leaderboard at the side of the screen was mostly correct. So, yeah, Stinty from Gliska, Longbow in third, ahead of Liam, Dangerman, level 8, Lado, Ewan, Brazen, and Amy round out the top 10. Right. Can only get better. Really. Of course, it wouldn't be a race like this without the appearance of the Dune. Now, the original layout, if you like, of this track, or this idea, we had the Dune go racing, and I mean, this is going to be sketchy. Like, this is going to be super, super sketchy. We are currently all in weird ghosty mode. I don't know who's in ghost mode with me and who isn't anymore. We've not even got to a petrol station, and things have gone bad. I actually think Ghost Mode was more of a problem there than anything else. I think Ghost Mode was more of the problem than it was the solution, quite frankly. I was about to say, of course, the added difficulty with these is that, well, these are much bigger. There's a lot smaller margin for error when it comes for getting through the petrol stations. They don't handle as well as the cars. They understeer, they have a tendency to fall over as well. So it is a big risk. Now, for me, here, I mean, it's still a risk to go through the petrol station, but the risk is... no, the risk is greater because Ewan had a crash. I'm not going to try and fight that. But because if you're on your own, the risk isn't too bad. It's all down to, well, you not making a mistake, essentially. When you're in a big group, of course, all it takes is somebody else to make a mistake and you get screwed over. Oh, Braden is going for a push on the run up the hill. So, yeah, you've got to be a little bit careful. I mean, it's difficult for me back here. It's like, do I go through the petrol station? Yes, I do, because only one other vehicle did. So the group is being quite sensible at the moment. You know, one vehicle made it. I was safe to make that call. Brazen follows me. We're not trying to go too wide. Oh, there's been a tremendous accident heading through the chicane here. Dangerman has done a fantastic job, actually. Well done for getting that out of the way and not blocking the entire track. That's one of the... Outside of the petrol stations, that's one of the worst places to have an accident. Oh, Brazen, don't blow up. Oh, Gliska's found a new place to get stuck. Apparently, you've got to be a little bit careful with where you reappear down there because of the height of the truck. But we made it through the petrol station. So far on this first lap, everyone has been... well, I've been a bit mean to Ewan there. A little more understeer than expected. We will fall back into line. We've been fairly well behaved. Now, the chances of that continuing are, let's be honest, slim. It's not likely to continue. However, we will do our very best to not blow up pretty much Longbow with a massive amount of momentum. Nowhere to really go with it. Yep, 4 wide is not going to work with Dakar trucks through here. 3 wide definitely dicey. There's going to be a tremendous accident at some point. I'm just not quite sure when and whether it's going to be an explosion at a petrol pump or Ewan's really... What happened to level 8? Level 8 just went through shot kind of on their side and did a lot more speed than they should have been at in that braking zone. We're going to push this outside line forward. Liam and Stevie will get pushed forward. Lado's in the middle, not gonna... Well, that's where you really want to be. I'm not going through the petrol station this lap around, I don't think. It's too busy. I'm just going to pull out of it. I'm just going to pull over this way. Someone else can fight it if you want to go through it for it. Yep, glad I didn't. Glad I didn't. Don't even know... Liam hit it? I don't know how there wasn't a death, again, involved in that. Lado got through it okay. Me and Stevie went the sensible route, and we are out the other side in one piece. Level 8 has turned up with a lot of speed, a lot of momentum. Ewan is there as well. Liam has, after all, had actually come out ahead with the slipstream down here. Oh, I mean, again, I feel like we're on the outside heading down here, so this is a non-petrol station line. I'm not taking the petrol station yet. Me and Stevie are avoiding it. I mean, I Could we get across to the inside to do that? Maybe. It's not worth it, though. We've still got a half-decent run on the exit here. Stevie is going to struggle to find that gap, which is pushing Ewan forward now because I had nowhere else to go with it. Ladder's going to push us forward. There was not really the place to go for the push. Oh, it's gone terribly wrong. It's gone really badly wrong. Oh, that's a building that we can't move. Yeah, there was a little too much pushing in the chicane. Well, basically the entire pack was involved in that crash, so that's good. Oh, bloody hell, that was really close to us exploding. That was so close to us exploding, but we made it out the other side okay. And I mean, we have got Ewan to at least slipstream with. I'm just going to have a little lift through there. Oh, there is a truck in trouble. I don't know why it reset. I wonder if it's a checkpoint or something. But yeah, I mean, we'll get back into the fight. With the way this race is going, we will, I have no doubt, catch up to the fight probably by the first petrol station, and it will depend on whereabouts I am in the fight as to whether I actually go for petrol station route. The slipstream is quite powerful in these trucks, but because when they're battling they're so slow, you lose so much time, and this is such a big group of vehicles that yeah, oh, that's going to end disastrously for somebody, and that somebody was Ewan. Level 8 taking a little turn at line. I mean, it's probably safer. Probably, no, it was safer until you found that. That's solid. Don't want to visit that bit of lamppost. 3 wide down here is an absolute death sentence. Brazen's getting a little bit hung out to dry in the middle of that with no support. We tried to get past Lado and have almost done it, but we're going to be on the wrong side through here. We might be consigned to petrol station line, I think. It's going to really depend on how many. No one wanted to go for it, just me and Lado. In that one. Yeah, so everyone chickened out of it. Lado leapfrogged the entire pack that time around. Amy's got some slipstream. When they are, because the whole pack missed it, they are going to get slipstream on us now. Amy's actually just pushing us forward at the moment. Stevie is looking to the inside. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get close enough that we will well, we will leave space, but we'll get close enough that they're almost past. I mean, again, we are on this inside line. We are going to take the petrol station route. Oh, no. I mean, I got pushed into the petrol station. Sorry, Lado. I was trying to slow for it, but everyone just decided not to go for it. Even the inside line decided not to go for it, so we just got pushed into it, and there was very little I could do about it. This is just looking like a recipe for disaster here, and sure enough, that recipe has been fulfilled. Yeah, you tried to be sneaky, it didn't work, still not working. Yeah. I mean, you can't fit 3 wide into that chicane. I think Lado missed a checkpoint going over that way. You can't fit 3 wide into that chicane, it doesn't work, and there was the worst bit of it all is there's nothing that I can do sitting watching that. It's the most annoying bit. Is I can see that there is that crash going on, and I can't avoid it. And I can't. No amount of me being careful, because that's the only line through there. We might struggle to catch up on this final lap now. I think we've lost too much time. If we have an absolutely perfect run and work really well together with level 8 and longbow, there's a little chance. And there's a chance that people might blow up. There's a chance that weird things might go on, of course. It's this sort of a track can lead to that. So it isn't over until it's over. We all know what can go on in these GTA races. We're going to lift and let level 8 in. Because, as I said, we want to work together. As I see the leaders have all fallen over. Oop. Okay, well, that was a bit of an unintended dive bomb right there. But it will work anyway, because we'll just give level 8 slipstream down here. So it's fine. What side? Nope, they're content to push. I gave them all the inside they could possibly want, and they were just happy to go for the bump draft. So, Brazen... Liam was lagging a little bit. Brazen was helping Liam get forward. Now, we will be taking the petrol station route. We've lost so much time that we can know we won't, because there's been a crash in it. Sometimes it's annoying because the crash sorted itself out. However, you don't know how long that's going to take to clear. Plus, if I had gone through it, when we got to it, it wasn't clear. But we are going to get great slingshot all the way down here. We are following the yellow truck into this. Oh, The transient boop works its way all the way forwards to Gliska, who do get into a bit of trouble. Now, we're definitely not going into the petrol station this time around. We are stuck on the outside. Danger Man does. The rest of us are going to go 2 by 2. I mean, Danger Man comes out in front here. I feel like this is asking for trouble. I didn't want to make it 4 wide here, but I do want to be in the lead going up towards this section. Someone's going to have to yield. I yield for Gliska. There is a mess going on behind us. We knew that one was going to happen. That's why when an opportunity was for 4 wide, I took it because I hoped I had the momentum to get out of it in front, pretty much. Gliska ducks through the petrol pumps. Oh, Brazen's exploded. Someone else has exploded as well. Brazen and Longbow are gone in all of that. It was, yeah, always going to be a potential hazard, of course. It was, yeah, because everyone's pushing it more on the final lap. I think Danger Man might have got me because we don't have much time for this slipstream run to the line, and we're not really all that close to Gliska. If anything, I've got poor run off that corner. Here comes Liam as well with some momentum. Gliska has just stalled out, but as we head into this chicane, Liam. Like, we got stalled out at a really bad place, and now we're stuck trying to get going in a really narrow point. The pushing there is such a bad idea. Longbow's going to get stuck in all. Liam has waited, but a chance at a podium, yeah. Oh, final laps were not good for me. It's a great fun circuit. It's a very wacky circuit. However, did not go our way at all. Did not go our way at all. Danger Man takes victory from Gliska. Amy ends up in 3rd ahead of level 8 Lado Brazen. We would end up 7th ahead of Stevie, Longbow, and Liam, and Ewan's ended up parked. It's a great sort of reimagined version of that track, and it's always a fun experience trying to play the Do We Risk a Petrol Station game. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and a big thank you to Apo for building that wonderful circuit. Shall be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.